Hello and welcome to All Aboard Resin Creations. I've seen these gorgeous sheep toilet roll holder things online, and some of them look like they've been made out of wood. Some look like they've been made out of laser cutting, and some look like they've been 3D printed. So I thought I'd have a go and see if I can make one out of resin. So what I've done is I've used some air dry clay. This is the foam type, and I've made a little sheepy shaped face, and you can see it dried out, but it's still squishy. So then I made a silicone mold from that, so I'm going to be using this today. And because this isn't shiny, that isn't going to be either once it's poured. So we're going to use that today, and I want to do them in black. So I've got some I haven't got any black. I'm going to be using polyurethane resin, but I haven't got any black. I've only got white, and it's the Polycraft FC100 in white, but I've also got some polyurethane pigment in black, so I'm going to be using that today. So I'll start off by mixing up some polyurethane. So I'll start by adding one of the parts first. So I think I need to do that, and I also need to do a square base. So I think I'll do 60, if I can fit it in, 65 grams of that part. Let's put that to one side so I know that's the one I've used. And then I'm going to put in some of the black pigment paste. I've not tried this before, so I don't know how much I need to put in, but because it's the white polyurethane, I'll probably have to put in quite a bit, I would have thought. So I'm just going to mix that into the first part first, just so as I can have more time to play with this, because you only got about, well, you only need to stir it for about 30 seconds before you need to start decanting it, so you don't have a long period of time. So I thought if I add the pigment to one part first, and then I can add the second part. So that's the first part mixed up. So then I need to add, let's get that off my stick first, make sure I haven't got too much pigment left on there. And then I need to add in the second part. So, oh, I've forgotten how much I put in now. Was it 65? I think so. Oh God, I think it was 65. Let's do 65 and just hope that's what I put in. If not, I'll have to do it all over again, won't I? Because it won't cure probably. So we're going to give that another good mix now for 30 seconds. And you'll start to feel this getting warm in your hands. It does set off really quickly, so you do need to make sure you've got everything you need ready first, so you're ready straight to pour. So I hope I've got enough pigment in that, otherwise it's going to turn out a sort of grey colour probably. So I can feel that getting warm now, so I'm going to start to pour that, and I think I'll pour it in the little sheepy face first. So let's get that poured into Mr. Sheepy, and then I'm going to put a layer of the black onto this one. Oh, and I've made up way too much, so Save wasting it. Let's just put in another one. I can always use that for something else. Doesn't need to be full. There. So, and then I'm just going to give that a little bit of a tap and a jiggle, just because there's little bits in there that it needs to get into. So with this one, I need to let that go off completely hard, but with the square, I need to demold that when it's still flexible so I can bend it. So hopefully I'll be back at the stage where I can bend that. So I'll see you all back in a minute. So I didn't put enough pigment in. It's more of a sort of dark grey colour, but we'll go with that. So he still needs to carry on curing for a bit, but this is at the point now where I can demold it, but it should still be flexible. So I'm going to bend that round this glass, and this glass jar is roughly the same size as a toilet roll. So we're going to leave that on there just to cure up fully. I might put a bit of tape on that actually. So I'll sellotape that down on that side and tape it down on that side. So we're just going to let that cure up now, and then we'll be back when that's ready. So like I was saying, that's the same sort of diameter as the toilet roll. So we'll leave that to harden up, and then we can demold our little sheepy face. Right, this is cured up hard now, so we can pop that off. I'll have to get some alcohol on that tape, so I can sort that out in a minute. So let's just pop that to one side, get rid of that. So that's our little base, but that needs, let's get some alcohol on that, clean off that sellotape, give that a wipe down. Shouldn't have used sellotape, should I? I should have used decorator's tape. Right, I'll do that off camera, but we'll get the little sheepy face out, see how he's turned out. So it's not black, is it? Like I was hoping for, but right, so that's how he's going to need a bit of filing down. So there's our little sheepy face. He's okay. He's going to need filing down on the back as well. So I'm just going to give him a quick sand down. Could have poured a bit more in that, but it's the first time using that mould that I've made, so I wasn't sure how much I could put in. So I'll know for next time. So that's better with that. So there's no sharp edges on there now. So, right, let's just tidy up this mess I've made. Get that off of there. Right, let's see if we can clean this up a bit. So this, where I didn't pour it fully, that needs sanding as well. So we'll give those edges a sand down. And you can use like a deburring tool as well, but I think I'll just sand it down this time. Get that nice and smooth. Right, so that's those edges a bit better. So I'm just going to get this tape off and then I'll be back. Right, so I've got all the tape off and I've given it a sand on the back because I want to stick some leggies on him now. So I've got these little dowel rods, I'm sure that's what they're called. So we're going to use those as feet. So I'm going to stick them on with super glue with an activator spray. So let's get what should I use? Just use the end of that paintbrush, and I'm going to pop, let's just get the lid off that first. I'm going to pop a bit of glue on the bottom of there and then give the base a spray with the activator and then pop that in place. And then do the same with the other legs. So a bit of glue on there. Spray that. And where does that one need to go? There. So that's those two done. There's his little leggies. Need to do the back ones now, or the front ones, whichever way you're looking at it. Bit more glue. Bit more spray. Where does that need to be? About there. Hold that on flat. And then the same with the last one. Bit of glue on there. And I will reinforce this in a minute with some UV resin, I think, just to be on the safe side. So that's his 4 little leggies on. Let's see if he stands up all right. Yes. So that's okay. And we don't want them black, do we? No. So we want to paint those. Let's just pop that to one side for a minute. And I've got some Pebeo Studio acrylic black gesso. So we're going to paint these dowels black. The brush has gone hard. And I'm not really happy with the colour that it's turned out with that. I didn't put enough pigment in, did I? So I might paint all of it actually, because the good thing about polyurethane resin is that you can paint it. So I think I might end up painting all of it. But let's get a bigger brush because that's silly, isn't it? Right. It's better. Get those painted. Yeah, I think I'll just paint it all actually. Let's just paint it all. So he's proper black. Proper black sheep of the family. Get those on there. And I'll do these other two. I'll just pop you on a little fast forward while I'm doing this. that's better. So I'm just going to leave that to one side to dry before I paint the other side. Oh, I've missed a bit there. Did I? Right. And now we'll move on to his head. So for his head, so he can actually stick into the toilet roll, because otherwise there's no way of him staying there. I've got this spongy tubing. I think it's to go around pipes. I think that's what it's for. So we're going to stick that onto the back of his head. So we get the old glue out again, and the activator spray, and just going to pop a bit of glue on, which end did I cut the best? So it's flat, that end I think. So I'm going to pop some glue on there. Put that around there. And then I'm going to spray that, and then stick that on in the middle. Hold that down for a bit. Make sure he's stuck on there. So that's our little sheep, and then that tube will fit into there, so he'll stay in there. Right, so now I want to paint him before I put some eyes on him. So let's get this back out again, and we'll give this little fella a coat with some black gesso as well, so he's proper black. I should have put more pigment in the resin, but I wasn't sure how much to put in without it interfering with the curing. So we give him a nice black face, because this is going to go in my bathroom. Because at the moment I've just got my toilet rolls stuffed in a cupboard, so I think I'll have one out on display on my little Shaun the sheep. So that's him painted. Let's just get under his backside there and paint round there. It's better, isn't it? That's better. Just smooth it off around the tubing. And smooth that over. Right, so we'll leave these to dry now, and then we can get some eyes on his face. So I'll be back when this is all dried up. So this is all dried up now. The paint's all nice and dry, and I did paint the bottom of the stand. So we just need to get a little face on our sheep now. So I've got this pack of little oopsie daisies, googly eyes. Let's put that to the one side for a minute. So I think I'm going to use these. Oh, that's not one. I dropped them and they all went everywhere. I think I'm going to use those two. Let's see how they look. Yes, that'd be okay. So I'm going to use my super glue again. So let's just put those out the way for a minute. And I just dropped them again. Oh, lordy, lordy. Right, so let's get a bit of, just going to pop a little bit of glue on the back. of there. Don't think I need to use the activator spray. I think I'll just put it on. So that's one eye done. Oh, I got it stuck to my finger now. Right, let's just give that a wipe off. And oh, will he still? Oops. Right, let's just stick him back and mind my fingers. Right, let's just leave it be while that dries. And then we put a little bit of glue on the back of that one. And pop his other eye on there. So that's his little wibbly wobbly eyes done. And I think we're going to give him some little nostrils as well. So I've got all these little, I think they're from the diamond art stuff. So I think I'm going to use, what shall I use? What does the silver look like? Pop one on there. Yes, let's use those. So I've got 2 of those there. So I'm just going to put a tiny little bit of glue in those nostrils. And then place those in there. God, they're fiddly, aren't they? I should have used my little wax tool thingy. I'll slide that over. And I'll just push it down with that, I think. So there's his little nostrils. Oops. Right, so I think that's little sheepy all done. So let's see what he looks like all put together. So he goes, that's the toilet roll, and because that's squishy, that will fit in there, and then he'll sit on his little stand there. Let's put the crease of the toilet roll to the bottom, shall we? Make it look tidy. And then there's our little sheep. Our little toilet roll holder sheep. Oh, I missed a bit of black there. I'll touch that up later. So, thank you ever so much for watching my video today. And stay tuned for the pictures at the end. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.